wanna dedicate this to all them boys coming down Candy.
I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood.
I flip through the air, you know I'm looking tight. These jealous haters looking at me in my car so shy. Wanna take my life and wanna jack, but I see all through that. Never let these snitch figures take what's mine, hater never do that. Who say he going through a thing when y'all ain't never lied? I got a baby, but his mama act like he ain't mine. Wicked women using children to live on. Wanna hurt and try to hate, cause she know the thrill is gone. Say man, I stopped smoking with haters back in 94. But fools be thinking that a sweet gon' get them through my door. And haters like to talk about you in a safe place. I know cause he can't look me eye to eye when he in my face. Now listen to my pitch and see if you feel what I mean. Player, I ride dirty every day, but still I shine so clean. Glitter and gleam ain't all what it look like. So I keep clanging out here swinging, trying to live my life.
I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half.
And see these people in days go and come. So for me just to wake, I know I'm blessed. I grab my zest and split my pistol with my thumb. Some of my sweets be tight, now some of my sweets be throwed off. But all my sweets gon' burn, so all always get blowed off. I showed out today and didn't fall prey to none of that pistol play. But who is to say tomorrow they won't be blasting this away? Puffin' spliffs of hate, still upset about the drama here. At this time of year, I'm wiping away my dead homie's mama tear. But naturally, you know them laws is always after me. So I have to be up in that manor on that 503. I'm living dastardly, must be all about survival. G, these haters passing me. Streets just keep on getting live with me. They say there has to be another way, but I ain't feeling that. Wanna steal elect, in my wig they wanna peel it back. But still the fact remains, it's all about the cane, swinging bang. Peace to ESG and all the victims of the gang, man.
No, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half.
I'm trying to see some good, but everything is still the same in my neighborhood. People cry when you up and smile when you down. And when you change for the better, shy fools stop coming around. I see the jealousy and hating and the wicked ways. We all our children praising paper, smoking our life away. Got to the point where I could not decipher day from night. She say she love me, but all we do not is fuss and fight. My conscience mess with me so much that I can't eat or sleep. The other side of selling dope and out there running the streets. And even though I'm gaining street fame, coming from this rap game, lust for thinking and compulsive drinking is a normal thing. Some get erased and misplaced trying to win the race. Some try to hold on to their place by smoking wet lace. But see, drugs and plastic thugs ain't gon' change the hood. I'm smoking skunk and popping the trunks to make me feel good.
I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging
smoking skunk and popping the trunks to make me feel good.
I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the half, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging the
diamonds up against that wood. So
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Hit Zone with your hosts, J Hits and C Rob. Sit back, Grab yourself a drink and let's talk sports.
Hit Zone Nation, what it do? It's your boy, Jay Hits.
Now I'm C-Rob.
And together, we're the Hit Zone. We're just two homeboys talking sports. See, Rob, my guy, before we get started, man, like I always got to ask you, bro, what you drinking on, my guy?
Hey man, you know it's a special occasion. You know what I'm on that burnt orange Kool-Aid right now, Doc. That's what I'm on right now, bro.
I got you. Hey, I'm sipping a little of that blue Kool-Aid, red cup edition, though. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Before we get started, man, like always, we dedicate this podcast as well as all of our podcasts to our truckers going down the road, man, delivering our goods. Like always, we just ask if you just need a little help, a little pick me up, put us in, take a listen. Let us get you down the road on those last few miles, man. And like always, be safe and keep trucking.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
AC Rob, we got a big show today, man. Our Longhorns and our Cowboys came away with a victory. That's what I like to call that Texas two-step. You know what I'm saying? But for those who don't know what the Hit Zone is, for those who don't know what they're watching right now, go on and give them a breakdown of what to expect from the show, bro.
Yeah, so this was our first full weekend of NFL and college football. So, you know, we definitely going to get into what the Cowboys did to them Giants, what them Longhorns did to them, that Crimson Tide. And then we'll talk, you know, also other NFL, other college football. And, you know, we'll do some other stuff we like to call the other side of the game, you know, where we don't want to just always talk sports. So we'll throw something else out there to get y'all to talk about it.
No doubt about it, man. And we're going to follow suit. This is the Hit Zone, so you know how it goes down. Let's get it started, man.
Hey, ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still involved. Hey! Woo, motion of abortion. Hey! I'm still involved. Oh, I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. Yeah. I'm still them boys. Call and check on me. Hey, I'm still them boys. Them boys.
I swear, bro. I my phone is working, dog. Ain't nobody called and checked on me.
Call and check on me. You know, I got a good reason for why that might be, my guy.
They threw the hat up, dog.
They threw the hat up, man, and they opened up a can on those Giants. But that's one of them old-fashioned butt whoopings, dog. That's one of them butt whoopings where you just say, you know what? I'm just going to take my ball and go home.
Give me my ball, man.
If you don't know, the final score was 40-0, my God. 40-0. There's a lot of things to talk about in this game, but I'm gonna pitch to you first, C-Rob. What was your thoughts with watching the Cowboys go down to the Meadowlands and whoop the Giants like they did?
Say, bro, I don't know if you remember, but last week when we made our prediction, one of us is wearing a Longhorn hat right now was like, bro, this mug is not going to be close. And I think I gave a prediction like 35-7, something like that. Even I thought the Giants was going to score a touchdown. I got the brakes beat off of them. It's fun, man. We as a fan, you love those type of games where you hype early and then you can just kind of sit back and relax. You had no worries. This defense is something special, bro. We've been talking about it all preseason, man. This is a championship caliber defense. They showed it. I don't want to hear no haters. Nobody say, "Oh, well, it was raining." It was raining for both teams. It was raining in multiple games that whole weekend. So no excuses. We went up to their house. We smacked them around, and we got up and left. It was a beautiful night, bro.
No doubt about it. It was a historical night, man. I don't know if y'all really understand how bad we whooped them. This is just to give you a little, little example how bad it was, dog. No team has ever lost 40 to nothing, lost the sack battle 7-0, lost the turnover battle 3-0, had a blocked field goal return for a touchdown, and a pick six in the same season.
You got to say that again, bro. Say that
In
again.
the same season. Not the same game. Not a game. Not a game.
Not a game.
The season, bro. That's how bad that was, man. That was terrible. Man, hey, shout out to Wanye Thomas.
Yep.
We showcased him. We made the team on our show. We gave him surprise because him and his family was homeless. The dude was making plays, man. He had a nice pass breakup, and he had the block field goal that led to the first score in the game. I thought he played well. Shout out to Bell.
Yeah.
I like what they doing with Bell in this defense. That was going to be Overshawn position.
Yep.
That was going to be Overshawn. And Overshawn, even though Bell doing a great job, I think Overshawn would have been more fit, more suitable because Bell still looked like a safety.
Yeah.
He's not really a linebacker / safety. He's a safety. I think Overshawn could pass as a linebacker if you look at him sideways.
Yeah.
But I thought he played well, and of course, man, give props to the D line. The D line did what they supposed to do. I know it was raining, but it was raining on both sides. I think the Cowboys had a raining game too, so I'm not gonna put too much into that. But hey, man, what's your thoughts on Daniel Jones and his play? And they just gave this dude a contract, bro.
I swear to God, I remember seeing a video of a former Giants player who shall remain nameless that said he would take Daniel Jones over Dak Prescott 100 times over 100. And I remember, we saw that, we wait, which Daniel Jones he talking about? not the quarterback. This don't even make sense. There's nothing in our history of this series that would make anybody think Daniel Jones is going to outduel any Cowboys quarterback, period. And you shouted out the D-line. I want to shout out the secondary. I think it's obvious these are the two, the best cornerback tandem in the league. But this might be, the best cornerbacks in the league because I think Bland is right up there with Gilmore and Diggs. All three of them dudes ball. All three of them dudes made plays. That's scary, bro. If you got that D line with that secondary, usually teams don't have both. You got one or the other. They got both. That's why we keep saying this is a championship caliber defense because they got it at every level. Every level has playmakers on it. Multiple playmakers, not just one. A lot of teams got that one corner you don't want to mess with. Bro, we got three.
And the thing about Bland, man, he's always around the ball. Didn't he have 6 interceptions last year?
Led the team in interceptions last year.
He's always around the ball. He's going to start it off with one already. Let's go with a few stats, man. Since we're going back to the defense. Let's do the offense, man. I feel like the offense, they did enough. We didn't need them to do much. Once you've been spotted, what was it, 14 points?
Yeah.
Without you basically even touching the field, it's time for you to scale back your game plan, scale back your playbook. And I thought that they did a good job. I don't know if we would have done that if Kellen Moore was in it. I think if Kellen Moore was our offensive coordinator, Dak would at least do one interception, even in that blowout. And instead of it being 40-0, it would have been 40-10.
I agree with that actually. Like there was one way the Giants could come back. There was only one way. If in the way was if the Cowboys turned the ball over. If the Cowboys let them back in. So shout out to Mike McCarthy for saying, "Oh, we good. We gonna go ahead and shut this thing down and just basically just running out the clock." That's smart, and like you just said, that's something Kellen Moore had a hard time doing.
But he was
Like
trying to
let
get a
the
job.
defense
Kellen Moore was
rest,
trying
man.
to get a job.
Yeah, let the defense rest. We got it, man. Let's just put this mug in cruise control and take the dub. So any that there's folks that's like, oh, the Cowboys offense had a bad game. Dak wasn't his best. Like, bro, what do you want this man to do? What Herm Edwards? You play to win the game. That's what they did. They played smart offense. They played to win. They didn't play to show stats. They didn't play to show fancy new plays that they came up with in the offseason. They just came to do their job and go home. I think it's promising. And then you think of all the drops. Like 2 touchdowns were dropped.
Yeah.
Our tight ends was dropping. So, let's give Dak a break on that. And I can't wait till you talk about the rest of the NFL because that's another quarterback out there that need to get that same type of talk that Dak been getting all off season.
No doubt about it. Just going over a few stats, man. Dak went 13 to 24, which is a 54% completion. He had 143 yards. Cooper Rush came in, done a little mop-up duty. Nothing to really talk about. Tony Pollard. That boy Tony Pollard, man. He had a quiet 70 yards and 2 touchdowns, boy. He was ramming it up in there, man. Pause. He did what we wanted. We thought Tony Pollard was going to do in this game, and the main thing, he did not fumble.
That part.
Zeke,
he fumbled.
He fumbles. He didn't fumble. Dwaddle, he had 6 carries to 24 yards. Turpin. They had Turpin in the backfield. They actually knew. Hats off to Mike McCarthy.
Yep.
Use Turpin. What our previous coordinator could not figure out how to get this guy carries or touches. Mike McCarthy was able to do that. I was kind of disappointed we didn't see more Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn had 6 carries for 8 yards and mop-up duty.
Yeah.
Receiving yards was CeeDee Lamb. He had 4 catches for 77 yards. Brandon Cooks, we're going to talk about that a little bit, but he had 2 receptions for 22 yards. Tony Pollard had 2 receptions. Turpin had 2 receptions. Jake Ferguson 2, and Michael Gallup had 1. What you think about the offense performance, bro?
I was really impressed how they used Turpin in the backfield. How they used Turpin in the offense. I will say this: those carries that Turpin got, those was Deuce Vaughn carries. Like perfect setup. Like especially Turpin's rushing touchdown. That was for Deuce. You could imagine seeing Deuce in that same position. I just believe this: they haven't showed their full hand.
There was no need to.
Yeah, they didn't have to.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be more in store for Deuce. He was in garbage. He played in garbage time when everybody knew they were running. Cooper Rush is in the game handing the ball off. The defense knew what was going to happen. So, yeah, it's harder to run when they know that's what you're doing every single play. So I'm not going to hold that against them. I'll say this. If that's how they're going to use him, then he's probably going to have some inactive games in the future.
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful. I expect to see more. I expect to see a lot more. And here's the thing. I don't expect to see much this week now. I think they're going to do just enough. They're going to keep it close to the vest, play safe. So we might not see much of Deuce next week either.
I can tell you this, man. They gotta score some points. Just because this defense, man, we're going up is much better than the Giants defense. Speaking of defense, here goes some defensive stats. Like we mentioned earlier, Marquise Bell had 6 solo tackles, 2 assists for a total of 8 tackles. J1 Curse had 2 solo tackles, 6 assists, 5 assists for a total of 5. Leighton Vander Esch had 6 tackles. Demoine Clark had 5. Malik Hooker had 5. Yallamore had 4. Odigi Zuwa had a great game, man. 2 sacks, bro. 2 sacks, 3 tackles. Michael Parsons had a sack.
Thought he had 2.
He really had 2, but they considered it a fumble.
But let me ask you, if the quarterback would have got up and ran with the ball, like took a step, would it have been a sack?
Yeah, if he'd established possession.
Okay.
I don't know though, because he's a runner then, right?
He's a quarterback behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he might be a runner then though. So,
but I feel like they need to give him that, man.
Armstrong, 2 sacks. I feel like with Parsons, man, Parsons just makes other guys' job easy, man. Like when you saw Odigi Zuwa getting 2 sacks, you saw Armstrong getting 2 sacks. Those are credited to Parsons because he's getting double teamed. And even with getting double teamed, bro, they still can't block the dude, man. He's unblockable.
Let's see. Let's see what you're talking about.
On Parsons, he's going to go out and loop back under here because he saw Jones stepping up as we've seen all night long. On Parsons, he's going to go out and loop back under here because he saw Jones stepping up as we've seen all night long.
What make Parsons different, man, is his motor.
Yep.
He has the talent, no doubt about it. But you've seen a lot of guys with the talent, but they just don't have the desire. They don't have the will. They don't have that motor. They don't have the drive. He has it all. And I think he would be great too, man. And that right there, a combination of talent, the will to be great, and the desire and the motive, bro. This guy here, man, and like I say, he's going to have Odigi Zuwa. He's going to get some money. He's going to make a pro. I think Odigi going to make a Pro Bowl this year.
Yep.
Armstrong probably going to be a Pro Bowler this year. If the Cowboys lead in sacks, and if Michael become the defensive player of the year, I can see 2 of them guys being in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I agree. You might see the whole line at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. I'll tell you another thing that stood out to me. It was the play of Trayvon Diggs. If you date back when we played the 49ers and when Kittle had to pass over the middle, if Trayvon Diggs would have put any kind of hit on Kittle, I'm almost positive that he would have knocked the ball loose. Fast forward a year later, opening night at the Meadowlands, Saquon Barkley caught the ball, turned around. Who planted the hit on him, made him cough the ball up for Bland to get the interception?
It's a perfect play. It's perfect.
It was Diggs. Fast forward, he chased down the receiver, caught the ball on him. He didn't give up on the play, chased down the receiver, and stripped the ball. I thought that there showed me his physical play, showed me that he's becoming a complete cornerback. I think the presence of Gilmore is driving that. And like I say, man, I think he's going to have a great season this year, also, bro.
I couldn't agree more. Like I said, man, I can't state this enough, bro. This defense is special. I don't want to get ahead of things, but I'll say this: I would not be shocked if there's another shutout this week.
Yeah, I won't be shocked. And speaking of that, we got help coming on the way, boy. Help is on the way. Mike McCarthy said that Tyler Smith is doing really good and pushing to play week 2. He also said that Duncan Wilson is ahead of Tyler. So in other words, if Tyler is pushing to play in week 2, it's almost sure bet that Donovan Wilson probably going to get on the field. And don't get it twisted, bro. Those two guys are missed. We're going to need those two guys if we're trying to do something because Donovan Wilson is probably one of the top 3, 4, 5 safeties in the league, bro. Hands down. And then you have Tyler Smith, who's on his sophomore trying to follow up a pretty decent rookie season, even though we didn't really miss him. We didn't miss him much in the Giants game.
Udoga, his backup played his tail off, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't notice him. That's how you know an offensive lineman is doing their job. When you don't notice them, you don't hear their name get called. I mean, they're doing a good job. And our left tackle Smith. This dude pulling, knocking out DBs. He looked healthy. He looked healthy for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, he did.
It gives you a lot of hope. It gives you a lot of hope. Because we talked about this in the offseason. What was the one thing we were concerned about with this team was the offensive line.
Yeah.
And we was hearing like during training camp, like, man, this defensive line is tearing up this offensive line. Well, now we see why. Like, it's a really good defensive line.
It was like Terrence Steele have come back from that injury too. He played well, dog. You forget how much you missed him, man. We was rotating Peterson over there, dude.
Dude,
you forgot how much he was missed, man.
The Giants have a good defensive line.
Yeah, Thibodeau and all them, Dexter Lawrence, the dudes can play, man. No doubt.
So they're big dudes, they're bullies, but they got bullied Sunday night.
Yeah. But who you think the best coach in the league right now?
Best coach in the league right now. Oh, Andy Reid.
Who got the most championships in the league right now?
Oh, well, Bill Belichick.
Okay, Bill Belichick. This is Bill Belichick thoughts. Put that down on the screen. Bill Belichick seemed to think that the Philadelphia Eagles pass rush is the best in the league, and it's not even close, according to him.
Okay. Hey, man, that's cool. I mean, that's who he just played. He's shown respect. We don't worry about that. They got to see us. So they ain't worried. You worried?
No. I just know that that's a bunch of crap, man. Shoot, if you watch the game, you'll see who the best defensive pass rush is. We pretty much have held that title for 3 years now. 2 at least. So, but it's all good, man.
They're good. Look, you can't hate on the Eagles defensive line. They're good too. They are. The Eagles defense is good too. Just not as good as ours. Just like San Francisco's defense is really good. And I think what we just pointed out was like those are the 3 best defenses in the league.
Mm-hmm. Well, say that's all I got for Cowboys. We got the NFL. I got the NFL scores later on in the show. Unless you want to do it now. On my power ranking.
Let's go ahead and get in the NFL, bro. It's cool.
Okay, let's get in the NFL. And I got my power rankings too. So,
all right.
Do like that. Just go over some scores, man. First of all, I don't know if you knew this or not, but there's currently 14 black quarterbacks who started in week 1, bro. That's pretty good right there, bro. Considering that when we first started really paying attention to football, Randall Cunningham and Warren Moon was probably the only black quarterbacks we saw on TV.
Hey, remember, such a big deal was made out of Doug Williams
winning the Super Bowl. Yeah,
winning the Super Bowl, because apparently there was a belief that a black quarterback couldn't lead his team to a championship. You couldn't lead a team, but that theory's been disproven, and hey, it is really good to see, bro. It is really damn good to see.
What about it? Let's go over some scores, man, and get your thoughts on some of these games, man. Of course, we already know that The NFL opened up with the Chiefs. The Lions beat the Chiefs 20-21, 21-20 rather. What's your thoughts on that game, bro?
Everybody's on the Lions right now. A comp for the Lions. We always say like the Cowboys and the Longhorns are always like the same. They always seem like their seasons always kind of go the same way. The Lions to me feel like the Colorado Buffaloes. Like they hot right now. Everybody on them. Everybody like, oh yeah, they doing something right now. And they are, man. They are. I mean, they're not the same old sorry Lions, the cowardly Lions. But I know the Mike Tirico, he was like, there's an asterisk on this one. There's no asterisk. When you win in the NFL, you won. Ain't no excuses. But I will say this. There was no Kelsey and there was no Jones. And the Lions won by 1 point.
And if Tony would have just caught Kadarius Tony,
Yes.
if he could have caught maybe 2 of those passes that he dropped,
Yep.
it'd be a different story.
Yep. Yeah. I think the Chiefs are going to be okay. But good for the Lions getting that first win. Good for them.
Moving on, man. You had the Browns over the Bengals, 24-3, bro. Shocking. Even though I thought that the Cleveland was probably going to make a jump this year, with the one Watson getting his stuff together, and they Cleveland defense has always been pretty good.
Yeah, no doubt.
Next year, the Ravens 25-9 over the Titans.
Yeah, it's like, that game was almost unwatchable. I tried to watch it just for Lamar, but
J.K. Dobbs, he out too, right? So
yeah, that's tough, man. When you get hurt the first game of the season, man.
Then you have the Bucks 20-17 over the Vikings.
That's pretty good.
Mayfield.
That's a big upset, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot. The Vikings thinking they about to run the Central, or excuse me, the North. Sorry, but hey man, Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield.
There you have it.
Hey, I let me say something real quick. Baker Mayfield, he's a Sooner, not a fan of Baker Mayfield, clearly. But I heard something today where they were asking him, "Hey, did you were you picking up the signals from the Vikings defense?" And this man said, "Hey, I'm a Texas Rangers fan. I'm not an Astros fan. I don't cheat." I was like, "Okay, Baker Mayfield, okay." Made me like him a little bit.
Shots fired.
Yes, sir.
Next, you have the Falcons 24-10 over the Panthers. Our boy Bijan Robertson did his thug thizzle.
Oh. Yeah, good for him. He got his first touchdown.
Moving on, you have the Commanders 20-16 over the Cardinals.
They got pushed. They got pushed by what most people think is the worst team in the NFL. And they got pushed to the edge. So I don't know what that says something about the Cardinals or that says something about the Commanders.
I believe this is Ron Rivera's last year. He's on hot seat if he doesn't do anything this year.
Can I tell you, I feel weird. I feel kind of conflicted with the Commanders because I wish nothing but failure on them. But I really want Eric Bieniemy to make a name for himself.
Eric Bieniemy, I feel like he set himself up for failure, though. Why would you leave the Kansas City Chiefs to go to Washington? Because you set yourself up for failure,
bro. Because nobody would give him the credit.
Yeah.
It was always Andy Reid. It's Andy Reid. Eric Bieniemy ain't doing nothing.
And I get that point. And even the Chiefs' offense they looked a little like they might have needed him. You can say that with game one. But don't go to Washington to prove that point.
Hey man, who hiring?
Kellen Moore went to San Diego.
Say you and I both know there is a difference.
Mm-hmm.
San Diego did not offer Eric Bieniemy a job. Washington did.
I would have took it though. That's what I'm just saying. You gotta weigh your options, Joe. You setting yourself up, bro. Moving on.
Yeah.
You have the Jags over the Colts, 31-21.
Got nothing on that one.
You have the 49ers, 30-7 over the Steelers. Why did everybody thought the Steelers was going to be pretty good this year? What gave
Oh,
you that idea?
bro, it's the same people that was on the Giants was on the Steelers. I get it. Mike Tomlin never loses, right? He never has a losing season. But the quarterback is not very good, man. He's not.
You can't be a quarterback and your last name is Pickens. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. Can't be your last name can't be Pickens in a quarterback.
I'll say this about this game. This was the one I was keeping the closest eye on during the day Sunday, and it was frustrating how good the 49ers looked in Pittsburgh. They looked amazing. Brock Purdy could do no wrong. That's what we're waiting to see. Is it going to be a sophomore slump? And he came out firing. They look damn good.
They look good, no doubt. They look real good. Matter of fact, stay tuned for Jay His Power Rankings.
Oh yeah.
That's coming. If you're watching the show, go ahead and hit the like button. Like always, share, subscribe. No doubt about it, man. Hey, moving on. Have the Saints. Shout out to Dolph 17
What up, Dolph?
and the New Orleans Saints taking out the Tennessee Titans 16-15. And that's the same score, ain't it?
Somebody had to win. I guess. That game looked boring. Them up, dog. God.
What you got? How many yards did what you got to throw for David Carr?
I don't know.
I think he threw for some yards in that game, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that. And the other boring game was the Raiders 17-16 over the Broncos. Look like the same old Broncos to me there, Sean Payton.
Same old. If you gonna talk the talk, gotta walk the walk. And Sean Payton was doing a lot of talking in the offseason. You don't talk like that. You can't come out and lay an egg like this.
And this is the thing about week one, dude. I wish there was a way that we can break down this number. Like we can go back last year and see like the week one overreactions. Which team won and we thought, oh, look at this, and then they end up being terrible. And I guarantee you, there's some teams that won week one that's going to end up being terrible.
Well, I can tell you this, what I remember from last year. One was the Bengals started out 0-2.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they ended up being just fine. The Dallas Cowboys lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we lost our quarterback.
We made the playoffs. Yeah.
And we made the playoffs and went 12-5. So don't overreact, but hey, it's our show. We can have some overreactions if we want to.
Speaking of overreactions, the Eagles 25-20 over the Patriots. The Patriots just gave the Eagles this game. Like they did not want to win this game. Like, bro, turning the ball over, throwing interceptions, getting costly penalties. It was just terrible to watch, man. The Eagles should have took a L, but I'm glad they didn't. So, hey, 25-20 over the Patriots.
I'm not glad they didn't. I want them to lose every game. And like you said, they're lucky to have gotten this win so they can go home and regroup and talk about fixing stuff after a win. But they didn't look good.
I think the shocker of the weekend was this score. The Rams 30-13 over the Seahawks. Everybody had the Seahawks being in the turning the corner, like being that team in the NFC that's coming out. This could be one of those overreaction twos, but
this ain't overreaction. Every season there's like 5 or 6 teams that were in the playoffs last year that won't be in the playoffs this year. I believe the Seahawks are one of those teams. Yeah. I don't think they're going to repeat what they did last season.
Yeah. The game was the game though. The Dolphins over their Chargers 36-34. Tyreek Hill had over 200 yards receiving, and Tua had like 400 passing yards.
Tua right now is the betting favorite to be league MVP.
Yeah,
He
putting
put
up
on.
and Tyreek Hill said he was going to get 2,000 yards. He's on his way there.
Yeah, he's well on his way. How does he keep getting open, bro? That I don't understand how once he gets to like approaching 100 yards, why you wouldn't just say, all right, we're gonna have like 2 or 3 dudes on him. We finna cover him like he's a gunner on a punt return. You know,
Like he
fourth
just
down.
did
Punt.
Dez.
Like yo, I got two DBs right here on you, dog.
That's how they used to do Dez.
Yeah, you can't let this dude single handedly beat the Chargers in that last drive.
Yep.
And some great passes from Tua. I don't want to discount what Tua did. He plays tail off.
Next, we had the Packers over the Bears, 38-20. Had the debut of Jordan Love. Dig this: Jordan Love was the first starting quarterback for Green Bay outside of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. You look at teams like the Cowboys. That's for the past 30 years too. That date back 30-some years.
Damn.
Can you imagine 30 years? How many quarterbacks have the Cowboys gonna ran through the last 30-some years?
Since 1991 or 1993? Yeah, a lot.
So
Here's the thing that shows like the type of consistency and Hall of Fame type play the Packers have gotten from that position. But it also makes you think like, dang, they only got 2 championships.
Only got 2. And of course, we all know about that with the Cowboys. But this is the game that everybody was interested in. I had the Jets in my top 5 power ranking last week. And a lot of it had to do with Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets. I felt like with the Jets defense and some of their playmakers on offense, Aaron Rodgers is just going to take this team to another level. And the 4th play of the game towards Achilles, man. I didn't want to see him go out like that, but damn, bro.
Nobody.
And it's not – Achilles is hard for a 23-year-old to come back from, let alone what a 38, 39-year-old, whatever he is right now. So that might be the last time we seen Aaron Rodgers, bro. What's your thoughts about this?
My thoughts on that is, first off, that was really sad, man. Like, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan, but I'm a football fan, and I don't wish injury on anyone. And seeing him get hurt that quick, like, damn, the first game, bro. Like, that's a sick feeling, man. That was a really sick feeling. I hope he don't go out like that, man. I hope he works his ass off in rehab and he's back next season. Because I wanted the Cowboys. I wanted to play him this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
Like, we have some demons we have to exercise. We have to beat Aaron Rodgers, man. So yeah, really
might not have to worry about that.
Yeah, it sucks, man. But outside of that, man, the rest of this game, I'm gonna start just talk about the Jets. Garrett Wilson is that dude. God, dog. That catch he made, that dude's special, man. He's special. Breece Hall might be a problem this weekend. That's the one thing, looking back at the Cowboys game against the Giants, I really feel like the Giants got away from the running game way too soon. Way too soon. They ran it the first drive. I think they may have ran for like 70 yards the first drive against us.
Yeah,
and then they stopped. The Jets ain't going to stop because that's pretty much all they got. So we're going to learn a lot about this Cowboy run defense. But Breece Hall, he looked like that dude, man. And, of course, they still got Dalvin Cook. But, man, Breece Hall, 10 carries for 127 yards.
And that guy, what's they tackle? That defensive tackle they got, bro. He was just disruptive.
Quentin Williams.
And you know, you got Sauce, but it was the other cornerback that picked the ball off 3 times.
Jordan Whitehead. Jordan Whitehead got his bonus. He got an incentive. If he gets 3 interceptions this season, he got $250,000. So he got that game 1.
He should send what's the Buffalo quarterback name? Slipping my mind.
Josh Allen.
He should send Josh Allen at least $100.
Send him a sign football.
He was just throwing that guy the ball.
Unbelievable, though. Please talk about Josh Allen.
My thing is with Josh Allen, bro. It's like they give this dude a pass. Josh Allen didn't have to negotiate and hold out for his contract. Josh Allen, if you look at his stats, he's led the league in interceptions every year. And then the first thing someone wants to talk about on these national shows, these NFL shows, is how bad Dak is, how much he turns the ball over. They never say anything about Josh Allen, bro. Never. Now you got a disgruntled receiver in Diggs, and you can tell, dude, like Diggs, he can't stand that guy anymore. It's kind of like uncomfortable watching sometimes because, man, it's like if Diggs want to get out of there so bad, bro.
Yep. Hey, man, ain't nobody tell him to sign that deal. But yeah, you're right. He's led since he's been in the league. He's thrown more interceptions than any other quarterback since he's been in the league. He got elevated. To me, he got elevated way too fast to being up there with Mahomes, Burrow. He got elevated too fast. Why did he get elevated? Because he played one good game against the Chiefs. He played one good playoff game against the Chiefs, and all of a sudden, oh, man, this dude, he's one of the top players in the league. Like, bro, how? Like, we got to start holding these people accountable, like, when they start talking reckless like that and saying stuff that don't make sense. Because the same folks that say he's elite are the same ones that say Dak could win the Super Bowl, be Super Bowl MVP, and it's still not going to change their opinion about it. Like, man, get out of here, bro.
Yeah. And with Joe Burrow I feel like Joe Burrow gonna be Andrew Luck. Because they're not getting linemen to block for this dude. This dude is scraping himself up every play. If they don't mess around, dude, that dude is not gonna win the league long. Like I say, he's gonna be Andrew Luck. He's gonna have all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
Could still play. But he just took too many hits, man.
Yeah, I saw speaking of the Bengals, I saw they let go of La'el Collins.
I saw that.
It's crazy, bro.
Well, you ready for my power rankings, man?
Oh, wait, hold up. Man, we got to have some fanfare for this next time, bro. So where's your banner at? Here we go. Jay Hits Power Ranking, folks. Jay Hits Power Rankings for NFL Week 2.
And to remind you, I'm only going on what I saw. That's all we all can go on, right? What we saw. Last week, it was different. I haven't seen anything last week. It was our preseason. Now, I've seen. Starting off number 5, bro.
Number 5.
They made you laugh?
Oh, man.
The Browns.
Hey, you showed the score. You showed us what they did against the Bengals. They shut them down.
Number 4. Detroit Lions.
Okay, they beat the Chiefs on banner night.
Number 3. Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean, based on what I saw, they won. But okay.
This is why I got the Eagles at number 3.
All right. Why
they didn't play? They didn't play well, but based on the collective of evidence that we've gathered over this year and last year, they was in the Super Bowl, and plus they won. So it's kind of hard to knock them out to the top 5 at this point right now. They won, but hey.
Okay.
Number 2. The San Francisco 49ers.
I like where you're going with this, Hits. I like where you're going with it.
The number 1 team.
The number 1 team. Let's go.
It ain't no secret. The Dallas Cowboys is the number 1 team, bro. They had the most impressive win. You see the improvement of their players. Hey, man, I really do think this is our year. I don't want to jinx it, and I kind of feel like with the Texas Longhorns fans and the Cowboys fans, we have a quiet confidence this year, if you notice. Nobody is saying, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl, but it's a quiet confidence that we're walking around with. And I got that. I got that with the Cowboys, bro. But hey, that's my top 5. I got, like I say, Cleveland, Lions, Eagles, San Francisco, Cowboys. We'll see how it turns out next week. But for right now, dispute it if you can. Argue with it, bro. It's hard. It's hard to argue with that. I think that's pretty solid, bro. I think it's pretty solid.
Hey, you said argue with him. So, hey, all our hit zone hitters, anybody that's watching right now, you got a problem with Jay Hit's top 5? Let them know. Talk to him about it. Let us know what you're thinking. Personally, I agree. Like, early Sunday or before the Cowboys played Sunday, and I just watched the 49ers. I was like, I think that's the best team in the NFL. And then the Cowboys played. And then I said, no, that's the best team in the NFL. Right there. Yeah. And I'll say this. Aaron Rodgers doesn't get hurt. I think they beat the brakes off of Buffalo Bills.
And then that number 3 preseason Jets pick I had was going to start looking real good.
Yes. They probably would be your number 1 team, to be honest. Because you got to think, without Aaron Rodgers playing, this clown, Josh Allen, threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
He threw 3 interceptions in a game that they didn't have to put it all on the line like that.
Yeah.
They lost because of it.
Because if he would have threw 2, they would have won that game.
Yeah. If he'd have thrown 0, they would have definitely won. But thing is, I think Aaron Rodgers would have put more pressure on him to have to take more risk. So he probably would have thrown even more interceptions if Rodgers plays that whole game.
Yeah. Well, say, man, that's all I got for Cowboys and NFL. I know we got a big college Longhorn and college preview on the way, so
Longhorn.
Let me pass it to you, Big Dog.
The Longhorns did something this weekend.
Testing. All right. You can cut out that other.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, see y'all from Texas, where we should ride swangers and put diamonds in our necklace. Pour drink inside my lemonade till it look like a Pepsi. See, I come from the D where we got checks and we be flexing. If you ain't from my state, then you should know, don't miss it. Hey, we always strapped, we keep our weapons. My mama from the 8, she slowed it down for me at 7. Used to think Pimp C was the guy before he went to heaven. I knew what pushing P was before Gunna even said it. Hey, C0 taught me keep my weapon and never trust a new door, cause it's expected. No killers from the country, they ride horses and throw sellers. Got me in the East, ride ATVs with Mac 11.
First off, you better remember what that sign say before you come down here. Don't mess with Texas.
Yes, sir.
Oh, drink inside my lemonade till it look like a Pepsi.
34-24. Longhorns over the Crimson Tide. Special night. You know, I'm on this now. And first, I think you and I both we need to have a little bit of this. We got to eat a little bit of that crow, and happy to do it, bro. Happy to do it. Based on what we saw against Rice, it was hard to predict the win. It was hard to predict the win. Um, hey, although we didn't, this man sure did.
Hey, bro, I was scared for his job with that.
So he ticked some folks off with that.
I know he did.
But
I thought we was gonna have a breaking news.
You still might. Coach Corso in the middle of college game day picking the Longhorns, so they had a little more faith than us. The question was could Quintavious Caldwell Ewers be that dude? That was the question. We were asked that last week. Is he that guy? And he proved to be. He proved to be that guy, bro. We hit the deep ball. So, as we're watching this review of the game, what was your thoughts, bro?
It's my team. It's my quarterback.
Yep.
It's my quarterback, bro. If I know I've been on this show, man. I've given Quinn Ewers hell on this show, man. You know, I'm the one that was like, hey, we need to see more Malik. You know, we need to do whatever we can to keep Manning happy. I was that guy. But what I saw, man, I saw a player who's matured. I saw a player he's lost weight. His physical and his mental has changed dramatically, bro. I saw a player that I saw emotion. I saw something Quinn I've never seen. When he did something, he came over to the sideline. He fist pumping, he chest bumping Vince Young, and like these things you didn't have. He didn't show last year, and I know the broadcast Kirk Herbstreit was saying that he felt like the pressure got to him last year. It was like, you know, with Manning coming in and all the chirps about Malik being the starter, that got to him a little bit, man. They had him start to question his ability, but I like what he did. He refocused himself. He rededicated himself, and he came out. He let you know that, hey, man, I'm that dude. I was more highly recruited than Malik. And I'm up there with Manning as far as recruiting is concerned. He came out, he showed it. I thought one of the best things that I saw in him was when we went down. You know, in the previous Texas teams, especially at quarterback position, once we give up the lead like that and we played hard, it was like a domino effect. We would just go downhill. But it seemed like with me, he stepped his game up. He did what was three throws, touchdown, you know, and I thought he was a true leader, man. I see the maturity in our team, bro. That's what you see. You see the maturity in this team, man. You see that, you know, the pup's going to turn into dogs, bro. That's what I see when I look at the Longhorns, man, especially going down there to Tuscaloosa and pulling off what they pulled off.
Yeah, what it showed me, you know, when the game first started, the question, and it's a question every time we play an SEC team. It was last year against Bama, you know, when we played LSU, when we played Arkansas, the line of scrimmage. Will we be able to match up in the trenches? And they made a point at the beginning of this game to show Alabama's offensive line. They got all these 350-pound offensive linemen and everything. And will Texas defensive line be able to hold up? And then Alabama's defensive line, you know, they're gonna get after Quinn Ewers, right? Nah, man. That's where the game was won and lost, to be honest with you. I believe, let me see here. Alabama allowed 5 sacks. Texas allowed 0. That's the most important stat to me for this game. Every time we've played Alabama, they've gotten to our quarterback. This game, they didn't touch him. And what happens? We win.
Quinn Ewers' jersey was so damn white.
Yeah.
He playing on grass.
It got dirty one time because he ran for a first down.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. And that was also impressive, and that's maturity because these dudes knocked you out the game last year. And he didn't care. He still put his body on the line. He didn't slide. He dove. Like, that's maturity. And your teammates, his teammates know Bama's who knocked him out. And to see him go after Bama like that, I know that had to get the teammates like, oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Don't get it twisted, man. Bama's a good team. I think a lot of people are like, oh, Bama got a down year. Man, when we first came out, them dudes was flying. They was hitting us hard, bro. I was like, damn. They was laying wood to Texas. And then, but Texas sustained their punch, man. They wobbled, but they didn't fall down. And then, bro, let's give a shout out, dog. Let's just give a shout out right now to a few guys that I want to give a shout out on our defensive line.
You got it.
First, Ethan Burke. Dude, this dude is Bosa. You watch, I went back and watched, I must admit, man, I can see this game twice. I went back and watched it again, bro. And 91 was all over the field. That's all you saw was 91. Then Anthony Hill Jr., number 0. Can you imagine us having Collins next year? And Anthony Hill and Ethan Burke. They all gonna be on the same damn team next year, bro. The same damn team. You know, like I say, man, and I'll tell you another guy that stood out to me. The Arkansas transfer, number 11.
Jalen Catalon.
He just need to play a little more in his defense, and he's just gonna be a dog. I can see it coming. Like, he came up on that run, and he was just that insured run tackler. You know, yeah, man. It was a lot of things to talk about. That was just the defense side.
What I want to point out is on the defensive side, those first couple of drives, mistakes were made. They made some mistakes. They lost contain on Jalen Milroe. They lost contain. Milroe was making plays. He kind of left some plays out there, I think, to be honest. Like, he got satisfied with, oh, okay, I got some yards. I'm gonna get down or I'm gonna get out of bounds. To where you saw him last week. I forgot who Alabama's opponent was, but he kept going. He kept making people miss, and I think he eventually scored on a scramble play. But I'm gonna shout out our guys because they made mistakes and they didn't put their head down. They didn't say, "Oh man, here we go again." They got to the sideline, they got coached up, and they didn't keep making the same mistakes. It's real subtle stuff like that makes you be like, man, we got something here, bro. We got something here in PK's third year on this defense. When you can coach guys up like that, it gives you hope. And this is what I got something here for you guys. It is showing 3-star recruits that we've gotten. These are 3-star recruits that we've gotten and turned into ball players, bro. Of course, Roschon Johnson, he's no longer on the team, but T'Vondre Sweat, he balled, bro. He balled.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Ford, 3-star, ball. Like, these guys are going to be NFL players, 3-star recruits.
I like the 3-star recruit, bro. You tell me I like 3-star recruit.
Ethan Burke.
A lot of times the 5-star recruit maxes out in high school.
Yep.
That's the greatest he's gonna be in high school. But that 3-star, that tells me he has room to grow.
Yep.
You know, he can develop more on his game.
Look back at this. T'Vondre Sweat was 250 pounds when he got here.
Yeah.
He ain't that no more.
Exactly.
Baron Sorrell, he ain't 250 anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they've received the coaching, bro, and it's something this decade of darkness that Texas has been in, that was the issue. We were getting top 5 classes. We weren't developing them. Now you getting these top 5 classes. You're developing your 3 stars. Your 5 stars. Anthony Hill is out here balling. Like, it gives you hope. They built a program. They built a program, and you can see the buy-in.
And speaking of building, man, I seen this article that said that in summer workout, Sark pushed them to the brink of breakage. He pushed them, and what he told them was that if they threw up, they couldn't bend over to throw up. They had to stand straight up and throw up, right? And he said all the guys, a lot of them was throwing up, but they were just throwing up straight up. Like he said, when you bend over, that's a sign of weakness. That's the mindset of our coach, bro. He has a lot of that Nick Saban, in him. He got a lot of that. He wants tough guys, mentally tough guys, and that's what we saw. When you see players like Sanders, he's becoming a good blocker. And my boy, hey, let me get it one time. AD, let me get it one time. Texas, baby. Yep. So, hey,
but
he kept doing that, dog. Every time he get in his zone, he throwing the crowd a kick. You know what I'm saying? Say, man, like
he also said, y'all remember me?
That dude there, man, like, bro, we have a abundance of riches, man, and we just now scratching the surface, bro. Like, when I look at, like I say Sanders, man, 2 zeros on our team both come from Dean Ryan, and both of them balling. Both of them balling, bro. Like, when you got players like that, you got depth, and we got depth. Like, we can take our whole defensive line out and bring in another line. We don't miss a beat, bro. Yeah. We don't miss a beat.
I've been monitoring some SEC message boards, and they're concerned. I ain't gonna say they scared yet, but there has to be concern because and I think there's kind of like, it's almost like poetic, the end of our run, or what started the decade of darkness, I've been calling it, is losing to Alabama in the championship game. That was the beginning of the end for us, and the beginning of the beginning for them. Like, they took off from that point. January 7th, 2010. They took off. We went down. Now you fast forward. Right now, to me, it looked like Texas is on the come up, and Alabama is still really good, but it's kind of, it seems like they've peaked and now they're headed down. And for us going into the SEC, I think that's a Cowboy comment. For us going into the SEC,
shout out to Cool though.
I think they got to be concerned, because you got to look at it and be like, okay, well, Georgia's doing their thing. Still, Bama's here, LSU, but this Texas thing, Texas gets it rolling. We've always said this. Ever since me and you became friends. Texas gets it rolling, bro. You can't stop it.
Yeah.
Best high school football in the country is played here. And that's the flagship university here. With all the money. Like, this might just be the beginning. This might be 09-10 Alabama all over again. And this might be 10 years of amazement. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself.
No. I mean, say, bro, it's real. It's real. Because, like I say, man, no Texas coach have ever recruited from a championship standpoint. You can say Mac, but Mac is not Sark. Sark is a guy that got a proven system that players, quarterbacks, and receivers wants to come and join. Mac didn't have that. Mac had a culture. He had a coach, and he was like, "Hey, come join this coach." Now, like I say, Saban. I'm not Saban. Sark has the culture, which is he building the culture, which is looking like it's going to be a winning culture.
Yep.
He's going to have the culture, and he's going to have the system. That's deadly, bro. That's deadly. It's like Nick Saban. Nick Saban, he gets the DBs because he's the DB coach.
Yep.
He the one, he trains his DBs how to play football. Now you got, like I said, you have a guy like I'm not Saban, but Sark coming in, and like he developed quarterbacks, he developed receivers. Boom, bro. Now you got the offensive linemen want to come in and play for him. You know,
that's the key.
Once it get rolling,
that was always the key. Like you said, we've been getting top 5, top 10 classes, but they've always been skill position. It hadn't been on the offensive line. But now we starting to get, as they say, big humans. But this is what I was about to say. It's when somebody says, "Are we satisfied? Are we okay?"
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Job's not finished.
Not far from finished.
I'm so glad they set Quinn up at the end of that game to say it, and he ain't take the bait.
Yeah.
We're 2-0. That's it. That's the only declaration we're gonna make. We're 2-0. We beat Bama. We got a game this week.
He didn't get the "we're back."
Nope. And here's the thing. No Texas fan has said that. No real one.
I told you we got quiet confidence. That's what's happening.
Yeah, we don't talk like that anymore, bro. Because we got too much damage, bro. We got PTSD. We can't make those types of declarations, bro. Also at the game, just want to shout out ESPN's best regular season game since 2015. 8.8 million viewers. Most viewed ESPN Saturday game since 2014. Good stuff, bro.
That's a big game. Shout out to Hitter Lou. Say Bama stopped our run in 2009. We can start our run with Bama. Remember I said we're going to stop Georgia from a three-peat like SC in 2005. Sounds good to me, Lou.
Sound like a good plan, bro. Sound like a damn good plan. I feel that. I feel that a lot. While we're here, though, do want to shout out. You was shouting out some folks. I got a highlight or two that I have to drop.
On the left, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Ewers. Quinn going deep. He has Mitchell open. Throws it. He caught it. Touchdown, Texas. Adonai Mitchell.
Ewers from the pocket, launching downfield. Mitchell, touchdown, Texas.
Bro, I ain't jumped up and down for no game like that probably since 2010.
Explosive plays.
Yeah, that was special. And it's just something about how they say touchdown Texas in a big game. Like, come on, man. It's just a different energy. You can kind of tell these guys are pulling for Texas, low key. And can I go ahead and tell you my defensive player of the game?
Mm-hmm.
Young fella.
Milroe drifting back and now just steps right into the pass rush of young Anthony Hill. Welcome to college football. This guy's going to be a nightmare for Texas opponents.
Yeah.
I was worried about when he did that celebration.
I was too.
I'm like, dude, that's a penalty every day.
Yes.
Yes.
That was quite concerning when he did that. Thankfully, they didn't.
Why offenses are not trained to, when a player do that kind of celebration, to line up and hike the ball?
Was it turnover on downs?
It was 3rd down.
Oh well,
going to 4th.
Yeah, if that's something Aaron Rodgers would do.
Yeah.
Offensive player of the game. Quintavious Ewers, 24-38, 360 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's been my offensive MVP 2 weeks in a row, by the way.
Hey, he shut up the naysayers for a week.
Yes, he did. Thing is, don't let up.
How can you handle prosperity?
Yep.
That's the question.
Go beat Wyoming. That's how you. My bad. Go beat the brakes off of Wyoming. Play with that confidence.
Who has a veteran team of singers, a lot of singers on their team. That's why they whooped Baylor. There were a lot of singers, bro.
They whooped Tech.
A lot of singers.
But this is if you're Texas, you say we ain't them.
Yeah, no doubt.
And ain't no elevation, bro. Ain't no altitude. You know, when you go to Wyoming, it's like playing Mile High. You got to deal with that. Ain't none of that. It's Austin. It's at night. It's gonna be hopefully nice weather. It's gonna be nighttime. It's gonna be great. I want everybody to play this game. This need to be one of them games everybody plays, and we dap them up at the end of the game. So y'all have a safe flight back. Or hey, if y'all want to hang out and party, we can do that too. But anyway, man, love them horns, man. Got to shout out our other favorite team here locally, SMU. We didn't think they would beat Oklahoma, and they didn't. However, 28-11, there's no moral victories, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they held that same Oklahoma team that put 77 points up in their first game. They held them to 28 points, and they took them to the fourth quarter to get 2 more touchdowns. So they held them to 14 through 3 quarters. That's telling me something. Hits. What does that tell you? That they held Oklahoma's offense like that?
That's the same offense as last year. There's just week 1 they played a team that wasn't as good, and SMU last year they had a problem scoring points. I feel like if you Oklahoma, you got to put up more than 28 on SMU, and it can't be 14 going into the third quarter. Like, come on.
Hey man, I think SMU is better than people think, but I'm not sure whether it's SMU is really good, is really better than I think, or maybe Oklahoma, like you said, is the same Oklahoma from last year. We'll see. In other SMU news, last week when we talked about them going to the ACC, you had said something about, man, how much money do they have? And I saw this little clip from an article, and basically the article is saying like, hey, they agreed 9 years without getting paid from the conference. And yeah. And so this guy asked one of SMU's biggest boosters, like, how are y'all going to be able to handle this financial gap with the other people in the conference? This is the quote. It's a couple $100 million. I'm not losing sleep over. That's SMU booster. A couple of $100 million he ain't losing sleep over. Yeah. SMU it's gonna be okay, bro.
They got that paper, man. They got that paper.
Yeah. They got that same type of money that Texas and Texas A&M have. And it might be more. Anyway, moving on, man. Everybody's darling, everybody's favorite college football team, it seems right now. Got off to a slow start against Nebraska. Nebraska, oh my gosh, bro. Did you watch this game?
Oh, yeah. You can't. Hey, Colorado's must-see TV these days.
Colorado 36, Nebraska 14. But goodness gracious, Nebraska's quarterback.
He's pretty terrible.
Oh my gosh, bro. He just like, yo, Colorado's like, hey, you want to make this a game? You can. And he was like, nah, y'all got it. It's unbelievable, bro. But anyway, you have any thoughts on Colorado, Deion, Shedeur?
Man, it's like when I went back and I was saying that last week that Deion know how to relate to his players. Mm-hmm. And if you watch, I don't know if you heard the pregame speech.
It's personal. Yeah.
It's personal. And Shedeur took his helmet off game.
Mm-hmm.
Deion got on him like, say, bro, you can't be taking your helmet off. He said, Dad, is personal. and to me, that tells me Deion has his finger on his team, and he said that he know who to say what to which player to get the best out of him. He know that this is one player he can call his name and says, "Hey, that right there ain't gonna get mama out the projects, man. That right there ain't gonna get mama out the project," and he'll turn it on. Or his running back whose dad's in the penitentiary, he said, "Hey, call daddy." You know what I'm saying? That pops him up, man. But yeah, man, Deion Sanders, man, is taking college by storm. He has a lot of haters, but it's one thing about it that's really tripping me out about Deion Sanders, bro.
What's that?
The connection with black people in Deion, dog. Black people treat Deion like he is the savior, bro. He is. Hey, if you remember this episode of Good Times when Brother had the white Jesus on the wall, and James had the black Jesus, and the black Jesus was giving him a whole bunch of love.
Good luck.
And James was like, "Hey, Florida, we gonna trust in this black Jesus." And I think that's the way black people are doing with Deion right now when it comes to Colorado. I've never seen so many loyal fans of Colorado since 2023, and who's gonna, as soon as Deion leave the program, would not tune in to another Colorado game ever. But it's good, man. You can't help but to like Deion Sanders and what he's doing.
I like what he's doing. I like what he's doing. I have to give this man credit because he's doing things that haven't been done. So props to him. I will say this: seeing Shedeur before the game started and Nebraska was all on the logo, and my man hit him with that, and showed his watch. I was like, "Yo,
AP,
yo, dog,
bust down AP."
You out of pocket for that, but that's the swagger that they brought to Colorado. You're right. I would tell all these people that's jumping on the bandwagon, don't get too much Colorado gear. Get you a couple of T-shirts. Don't go all in because he wasn't at Jackson State too long. He's not going to be at Colorado too long.
At least it's black and gold a lot of things.
Oh, yeah, the black and gold is clean, man. They got the prime mixed in with the logo. It's clean. They're doing this thing, man. But it kind of reminds me, hey, I like LeBron James. I'm a fan of LeBron James, but I'm not a LeBron James fanboy. Like I don't have any LeBron James jersey. I don't. But I acknowledge him as one of the greatest to ever do it. But there's people that whoever he played for, they finna get the jersey. And I feel like that's how these folks are with Deion. And that's why I'm saying, man, don't get too much gear, dog. Don't get too much gear because pretty soon you're either going to have to get some A&M gear or some Alabama gear is my prediction for Deion. Got anything to say about that?
Oh, yeah. I already said Deion. I don't think Deion is going to coach much after his daughter finished college. That's just me.
And I'm saying he gonna replace Nick Saban or he gonna replace whoever's coaching this A&M team because golly, bro. Every time people think, all right, A&M, I mean, they get top 5 recruiting classes too.
You playing the right song.
48 Miami, 33 Texas A&M. This thing's a joke, bro. The coaching staff's a joke. I was listening to someone, another podcast, and they were saying like his buyout, even right now, Jimbo Fisher's buyout, I think is like right at $70 million. 70 million, not 7 million, 70. You know what that means? He's probably going to be their coach next year. And if you're a Longhorns, y'all better eat right now. While A&M is down, eat.
You say while they're down like they've been up before.
Oh, no. At some point, they're going to have enough money to buy him out and hire somebody else that's better. Somebody else that might be coaching in Boulder, Colorado is my thought. I hope. I'd much rather Deion go to Alabama than Texas A&M. Because I don't need him making A&M cool, which I still don't think he would because College Station is not a cool place. But
And this is my thing with that though, and I touched on this, in the previous show. Deion is not for everyone. Deion is not for Texas A&M. Deion is not for Texas University. I don't think the alum and the boosters will allow Deion to do some of the things that he does at Colorado and at Jackson State. It's like Deion is very, like I say, he's an ethnical black man, bro. Not unapologetic about it. And a lot of times, man, some of these guys, they don't like to see that with black men, outspoken and loud and boisterous. And they don't like that, man. So in certain universities, I don't think we even take a second look at Deion. I don't care how down they are. It's just the world we live in.
I would hope you're right. And you're right. There's something to what you're saying. I don't know if with the powers that be in College Station, if Deion would be a good fit for them. But thing is, I don't know if he's a good fit for the folks in Colorado, but the folks in Colorado is so freaking desperate. Because Colorado has been really bad, worse than Texas for the last, 15 years? Since Texas beat them in the Big 12 championship game in 2005, they've been horrible ever since that day.
But Colorado,
so they were desperate.
Colorado is different, though, than Texas, though.
Oh, yeah, it's different than A&M for sure.
It's different.
But if you get the right big money people, I think they would give it a shot. But hopefully that's years from now. Hopefully. Anyways, there's not a lot of big college football games this week. Everybody's kind of playing a cupcake. Yeah. So there's only one game we're gonna predict.
First off, you better remember what that sign say before you come down here. Don't mess with Texas.
So, Wyoming at Texas. I believe that's a 6:00 start on the Longhorn Network. Who you got? Give me a score. Here's.
I got the Longhorns winning this 42-13.
42-13. I like that. That's a good score, man. That's really good. What did we give up? 24 to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw somebody posted that Wyoming has some running back that transferred there that's finally going to be able to play this season. They're really excited about it. I'll go 52-3. They say like momentum doesn't carry over from week to week. This has to. You don't want to mess around with Wyoming. You don't want to mess around with them. You want to get up on them early and keep beating the hell out of them late. This was Wyoming's coach, Craig Bowles, said in his press conference, this is the best Texas football team he's ever seen in his 35 years as a college coach. So he's been coaching for 35 years.
High praise.
This is the best Texas team he's seen in 35 years. You talking about high praise. I mean, there's 2 Texas teams that played for championships in the last 35 years. So he gets it. He knows what's up.
Yeah, but I look at that team, right? The one that played for championships. Our receivers are way better than those teams. Yes. Our tight end is better than those teams.
Yes.
Our offensive line is arguably better than those teams. Yeah. Our quarterback might not be. Our DBs might not be. Our linebackers are better than those. So, yeah, I can see where he's getting that at.
Yeah.
Say that.
And it's like anything else over the last, 20, 30 years, players now are bigger, stronger, faster. It's just the way it is.
And those Texas teams, I think Vince Young covered up a lot with that offense.
He hit a lot of warts.
Yeah.
He hit a lot of warts. You see Sark scheme people open. Them deep balls, it wasn't by chance. It wasn't luck that this dude ended up being one-on-one with a DB. It's because they're running somebody right in front of there's a crossing route, either Jay Witt or Jonte that's crossing right in front of the safety, and the safety got to make a choice. Do I get this dude crossing and trust my guy to get back? Sark puts people in a bad spot that previous offensive coordinators really weren't doing. They were just leaning on the athleticism of Colt McCoy and Vince Young. What's Luke talking about?
Yeah, this is what I'm worried about. I'm worried about that. I've been saying this for years, man. Gary Payton to A&M. That's something I don't want to see.
No, nobody wants to see that because he knows how to develop talent. He knows how to develop talent. So yeah, you want to stay away from that as long as you can. I don't know why they ain't. Well, I guess he was happy at TCU, but I'm sure they should have at least talked to him before they went after. But they thought Jimbo was the guy, and I'm not really sure why. Jimbo had one good team because of the quarterback.
Could A&M go get somebody like Tuber? What's his name? TCU.
Get somebody like
what's it?
Sonny
Dykes. Yeah.
I mean, they could, but I don't. Here's the thing: I don't think Sonny Dykes really wants to play in the SEC.
Okay.
I don't think he really wants to do that. He might, but he doesn't seem like an SEC guy. He seems like a Big 12 guy.
It's an upgrade, right?
It is an upgrade. It is. But I mean, he got to the national championship game with TCU in the Big 12.
Yeah.
But I guess it come down to the money, and TCU can't pay what A&M can pay. TCU ain't handing out $100 million contracts. So there might be something to that.
Loose goes similar to mine.
45-6. Hey, I'll take it. I just don't want it to be late. Like, it was close throughout the whole first half, and then in the third or fourth quarter, we put up 45, 30 points. Like, no. Need to jump up on them quick. Anyway, man, it's all college football I have. Do want to do a quick shout out to a 19-year-old looking for. Oh, I'm not done with college football. I apologize, y'all. We got one more thing to do with college football, dog. We got to do that top 5. That top 5 list.
I'm interested to see what you got, Texas.
Well,
AP got him at 4. Let's see Rob got him at.
Hey man, what did you say earlier? You just basing it off of what you've watched. Mm-hmm. What have I seen from these first 2 weeks of college football? First 2 weeks. So, got USC at number 5. They ain't done nothing but win every game they've played. Easily, for the most part. So, USC, number 5. Michigan, number 4. This where you might have something to say. Georgia, number 3. You got to get rid of that dude with the toothless laugh, man. That's too much.
Man, that's funny.
So Georgia, I got number 3. Because let me ask you something. Can I ask you, Hicks? Who's Georgia played?
No one has played anything about it.
Oh, no. Somebody has. So we're at number 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 teams that have played top 5 teams this year. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Florida State.
But Georgia won the championship last year.
Yeah, last year. We talking about this year.
But until you beat the champs?
No. We talking about this year, dog. We talking about this. No.
What I'm saying, until you beat the champs, though.
Listen. based off of what I've seen with my own eyes this season.
Yeah, but you got to knock the champ.
That's all I can go by.
You got to knock the champ out.
No, they're in the top 5. They're in the college football playoff. If the playoffs started today,
the champ is number 1 until once somebody else say so.
Well, so Kansas City's number 1 on your list?
Yeah, till somebody else say so.
No, the Dallas Cowboys was number 1 on your list.
Oh yeah.
And the San Francisco 49ers was number 2.
But the NFL is different in college.
No, you based it off of what you watched.
But the reason why I say the NFL is different in college, because college everybody playing cream puffs. You know,
not everybody. Florida State didn't.
I get you with Florida State.
That wasn't a cream puff.
I get you with Florida State and Texas. Them the only 2 teams that go play somebody.
That's all. And that's what I'm saying. All I can go by is what I've seen with my eyes this season. I can't base it off of what happened. If I base it off of last year, then TCU should be a top 10 team.
No, they lost.
They were in the national championship game.
But they lost.
I'm saying to start the season, they weren't in my top 10.
I would have put them in the top 10 to start the season.
Well, you should make a list 2 hits. You already know my number 1 team.
Yeah. Gotta be. Gotta be.
That burnt orange Kool-Aid is something special, bro. Number 1, Texas Longhorns. So USC, Michigan, Georgia, Florida State, Texas.
I got you.
Alrighty. And hey, man, now Texas mess around and lose to Wyoming. Guess what? They out.
Man, Texas lose to Wyoming. I'm out.
We might not do a show.
I am out. Put it like that.
Anyway, man. Anyway, I was about to. Can you take the banner down for me? We wanted to hit tonight. I wanted to make sure that we shouted out.
Yeah.
You got it out.
Okay, balance. Hello. I'm like, damn, bro.
All right. We want to make sure we shout it out. We don't talk tennis here, but when somebody does something great,
Coco,
we got to acknowledge them. So 19-year-old Coco Gauff is your 2023 U.S. Open champion.
Great story.
Yeah.
Great story.
Great. Congratulations. We happy for you. We showing you the same love we showed the homegirl Sha'Carri. So
I like when she charged up the ref for cheating, the umpire for cheating.
Yeah. That's what's up. And everybody was like,
about time, yes.
Do something. Like she let a lot of stuff go, man. So yeah, good for her. Good for U.S. tennis. Maybe she got next. Maybe she who up next, man. This was fun, man. This was fun. Oh yeah. You got anything else you want to talk about, bro?
No, not offhand, bro. If you're watching the show, go ahead and hit the like button. Tell mama about us, man. Let mama know we got a show going. Subscribe. We're trying to get the triple digits in subscribers, man. We're almost there. We kind of at a standstill, so we need all the help we can. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, tell your friends that root for Colorado that we talk Colorado football every week. So, yeah. Man.
All black people gonna be talking about Colorado every week.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hey, to Colorado.
I owe you an apology. I wasn't really familiar with your game.
Well, familiar with y'all's game, man. Keep it up. Maybe we'll see you at the end of the season.
What you mean?
Playoffs.
Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Really? Yeah, man.
All right. So, other side of the game, man. You remember what we was gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get that going here. So, other side. Oh, we got a comment. Who's this? Cool. This is your top 5. Cool. Georgia,
Colorado,
Texas, USC, Colorado. Hey, right now I got Colorado on the outside looking in. You know what? Here's the thing with my top 5 list. I told you it's based on what I've seen, right? I'm gonna hold me to that. Because what I'm gonna tell you right now is Colorado in the next after they play Colorado State this week. They're gonna beat Colorado State. They got Oregon and USC after that. They beat Oregon and USC. They're gonna be they're gonna be in the top 3. They beat Oregon and USC.
I'm willing to bet this if they beat one of 2 of those teams, they legit top 15.
Oh, yeah. But they can't just beat one of them and be in the top 5.
No, not 5.
I beat both of them.
No, you can't be in the top 5 with a loss this early in the season.
Like everybody got on board the train because they beat TCU. Me personally, I don't think TCU is very good this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Nebraska is very good. Mm-hmm. However, I do think Washington is good. I do think Oregon is good. I do think USC is good. I do think Utah is good. Those are 4 teams that is in Colorado's conference. They beat them. They beat all 4 of them. They're number 1. So go do it. That's all it is, right? Just go do it.
Yeah, they beat USC. They number 1. They beat Oregon and USC. They're gonna be the number 1 team in the nation.
Here's the thing: there's gonna be enough people that is like voters. That's gonna be like, maybe those teams aren't good. There's gonna be some voters that's gonna be like you, like, yeah, they're number 1. They beat those 2 teams. But yeah,
long as they're top 4, that's all that matter, right? Top 4 is all that matter. As long as you're in the top 4, it don't matter if you 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah,
as long as you're 4.
Yeah, they mess around, go undefeated, man.
They play Texas in the championship.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great. Hey, I'm with it. As long as look, we in the championship game, cool. In Houston, cool. It ain't gonna be nothing but Longhorn fans in there, so it'd be great. Anyway, we got what we say, other side of the game. So saw this video, guys. Whoever's watching, please stay on, watch this with us, and let us know who's right and who's wrong in this situation.
A husband crossed the line when he left his wife at the airport. The husband explained they had about 15 minutes until boarding started, and his wife insisted on going to Starbucks, which was on a different terminal. He told her she didn't have time, but she didn't listen. He waited as long as possible, but when the gate agent was about to close the door, he decided to get on the plane, and the wife did not make the connection.
Yeah, throw the whole wife away. First of all, he was going to visit his daughter. So when the wife decided to go to another terminal with 15 minutes to board the plane, she made him make a choice between her and his daughter. So there was a trip planned before. She overslept, so they already missed the flight. So this is the second time that they're going to try to see his daughter. So when she decided that she was going to delay or just take her sweet time like the plane was supposed to wait for her, then he did the right thing and he got his butt on that plane to go see his daughter.
What's your thoughts, Hits? Who was the man in this situation wrong?
Let me ask you this. What ethnicity do you think this guy is?
I think that's a black man.
Okay. And what the woman is his
Here's the thing. I'm imagining. I have no idea of knowing.
Yeah, just thinking. We just.
But now that I'm saying it could be any man. It could be any man.
But okay, let's say it could be any man. What I think was really going on is the guy's wife was either hating on the child or the baby mama.
Baby mama, huh?
One of the two. Because she didn't want him to go and see either one of them anyway. That's the reason. How can you explain missing your flight? You're in the airport now. Y'all not outside the airport. You shouldn't miss your flight.
In the terminal.
You won't purposely missing your flight if you already in the terminal. That just come on, bro. It's some hating going on around there.
It does seem pretty reckless. They mentioned that they missed a flight before because she overslept. Like, yo. First off, they must got some money, dog.
Do she miss other flights or just this flight here when he goes see his doctor?
I don't know. Like, I've never missed a flight. I don't have no wood to knock on, but I've never missed a flight because I overslept.
No, I'm gonna be extra early.
And I never missed a flight because I'm like, no. Before I board, I need to go get something from a restaurant in the terminal. Like, that never happens. I can't wrap my mind around how somebody would do something like that. But you asked the question, what race do I think he was? Now that I'm saying all this stuff out loud, I don't think he's black. And if he is, I don't think she is. Now, hey, we might find out. Might hit us in the comments and like, oh no. But I can't imagine, no matter how frustrated I am with my wife, I cannot imagine getting on the plane and she's not there next to me, though. Because I don't know how you come home to that. I don't know how you come home to that. Hits. You tell me.
That's what I was asking. You think they still married, or you think they're still a happy home?
I think I heard a follow up that says she hadn't talked to him and they in counseling or something.
But this is the thing, though, bro. My advice to him is run. Though. That's a sign. That's a sign. If your wife, if it's not important enough for her for you to go see obviously your kid is out of state or out of town. It's so far away from you that you have to catch a flight. So if that's not enough, if not important enough for her to say, hey, I'm gonna make sure you catch this flight. I'm gonna be the one that's making sure you crossing your T's and dot your I's so you can go see your daughter. If she's not there, if she's not doing that, she's for the streets. I'll tell you what my boy Keith said.
Don't come home. She's wrong and she for the streets. Release.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, Keith, we on the same page, bro. For the streets, bro. If she's not, like I say, she's not your teammate, bro. She's not your teammate. Say, brother, if you watching or listening, go get your teammate, bro. She's not your teammate.
I'll also say this. If you're good, if you get on that plane, brother, if you get on that plane.
That's a white wall.
If you get on that plane, you have to be cool with whatever happens next. You got to just be like, whatever. I don't care if she mad. I don't care if she never speak to me again in life. You got to be good with that, if that possible outcome. But if you're not, don't get on that plane, bro.
What would you do?
Here what I do. She already missed one flight that I done booked and paid for. She done already missed.
You getting on that plane, right?
No. I'm not inviting her to go on this next one. I'm like, you know what? Because they said she overslept. It didn't say he overslept. So I done got up. I must be telling you, hey, come on, we gotta go. We gotta get to the airport. And you just gonna lay there? No, I'm sleeping. Oh, okay. Bet.
Now the scenario is she's in the airport.
No. But the other lady said she already missed a previous flight because she overslept. So I'm saying there ain't gonna be no second chance.
What if it is? What if she came?
For me, it wouldn't be. Now you wouldn't want to put me back at the airport with this dude. With my wife, I'm not gonna leave my wife, bro.
It depends on how much she hating, and I can tell if she hating or not.
Yeah, you gotta check her.
Because this is the thing. This is the thing, bro. My wife is gonna make sure I catch that flight.
Right. Your wife.
Yeah. If she's
guy
like that,
is a hater.
That's why I'm gonna leave her. You gotta leave her. Peace out, bro. Peace out. She hates. What my boy Keith say? Streets release.
Say, you know how as soon as you get into a situation, like you already kind of picking up on people's energy, right? You know when your girl energy is off. Am I right or wrong?
Mm-hmm.
So if her energy, as soon as you get to the airport, is funky, like I said, you got to be good with whatever happens next.
Clear conscience.
Keith say he gonna have a clear conscience with it while he on the plane, texting her goodbye.
There you go. There you go. Because she's not for you, dog. You got to understand when a woman is for you and when she's not.
All right, since we throwing out more hypotheticals, they 15 years in. 15 years married, everything else cool. Everything straight. Everything. Except this. Still.
Well, I'm still leaving. If we 15 in, we're gonna deal with it when I get back. That's it. But you got to understand this is important to me. And if it's this important to me, it should be somewhat important to you too. Because if it was vice versa, if I know it's important to you, it's important to me. So if we ain't on that time, bro, ain't nothing I can tell you.
Hey, like I always tell folks, hey, check your energy. Check your energy at the door, dog. Don't bring that negativity over here. And yeah, damn sure don't get on it. Dude, if you don't really want to go on the trip, just say you don't want to go. I'm not tripping. I'm never gonna make somebody go with me somewhere. Never.
I think she don't want you to go. That's what I think the problem is. And she feel like you're not gonna leave me.
Well,
that's what they do.
This how much she messed around, and this how much she found out. She messed around, she found out.
That's what that is. She don't want you to go, and she know you're not gonna leave her.
Yeah, well.
Say your wife need to always know that in the back of her mind, he will leave me. Never have her thinking that you won't. Even if you maybe you say like you say, I'd never leave. Don't you ever say that in front of her. Don't ever say that in front of her. Even though that's in your mind that I ain't never leave her, but don't never say that to her.
Look, unless her energy is off and she is just really tripping and being just a complete pain in the ass. Like I said, I've been in those situations where you're around folks and you just know they just really don't want to do what you need them to do. Like, man, they don't, man. Like, just stay where you're at. Lou said, my wife ain't going to Starbucks. I'll tell her if you go, I'm leaving your ass.
You go. You got to be an alpha, bro. Where the alphas at, man? Where the alphas? Alpha's going to leave.
Keith said 15 years. Oh, man, I'm sorry, baby. You still finna get back to them streets, though.
Hey, peace out.
Like I said, if you're good with what happens next, hey. If you secure yours, like, hey, man, look, yeah, I'm leaving. Shit, what?
Hey, man, that's my woman. I ain't hers.
Stupid.
That's my woman. I ain't hers, man. So
I feel you, Doc. I feel you. Well, hey, man, that was a fun discussion. That's why I brought it, man, because I figured we get some folks laughing and talking about it, man. I pray I'm never in that situation. Not at a plane. I'm quick to leave somebody in my car. Like, hey, I've seen where, hey, these chicks take an hour or something to get ready, and now we already 30 minutes late. Like, you know what? I'll see you when I get back.
Yeah,
but
you gotta let them know that you will do it.
No doubt.
Not that you don't do it, but I will do it.
The plane is like, I just keep thinking like, I've been looking at plane tickets, bro. Like, golly, we don't spend all this money and you finna risk it all for some Starbucks?
Do you really think it's about the Starbucks, bro? Do you really think no?
But the thing is, if that's what you pulling out is, I really want to stop at Starbucks, I'm gonna be like, are you like, first off, we get to the airport like an hour and a half, 2 hours before the flight anyway.
Yeah, we know what the game is, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, man, that was fun, bro.
Yep. Say, hey, if you watching, go ahead and hit the like button, share, subscribe. Got anything in closing, big dog?
No, man. Shoot, we've been on this thing almost 2 hours, man. So I'm just gonna just let it roll, dog.
2 hours.
Thank you to all the hitters for getting in the comments, for interacting with us. We appreciate y'all. Like we said, tell a friend, tell your mama, your daddy, call your uncle, call your grandpa. Let them know, man, to go ahead and subscribe. Get their phones and subscribe for them on the YouTube, man. We really appreciate it. We still on that drive to bring them numbers up, man. So help your boys out. Tell them, we'll talk a little Colorado if that's what they want to talk about. We're going to talk Deion. We're going to talk about all of that. And we're going to laugh and joke and talk about some other stuff too, man. Just put your boys on.
No doubt, man. And in closing, I am your boy, Jay Hits.
And I am C-Rob.
Remember, black love is black power. Peace.
Thank you for watching today's episode. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll see you next time on The Hit Zone.